everyone, it's Golden Piggies here and welcome back to another video. This isn't a sort of normal video I'd post, it's nothing down in the dumps or anything like that, but I just thought I'd come on here and speak honestly and truthfully about something I've been feeling for a couple of years now. And I just thought, since I've obviously got an anime and gaming channel, that I'd come on here and be honest with you guys and sort of just tell you guys how I'm feeling. And like I said, if anyone can comment on this and say if they've sort of been through this and any ways to help, then that would be much appreciated. So like I said, I'm just gonna get on to the video. Before I start as well, I think I have mentioned it before, a lot of the content I post is pretty much pre-recorded, so sometimes things that I post are going to be from like a year ago on streams, or 2 years ago, or even 4 years ago. It's just a backlog of stuff that obviously I just didn't want to post back at that time, back when I just didn't feel ready to start YouTube. But like I said, this I'm going to be recording, currently it's the 17th of Jan, so I'm hoping to put this video out ASAP, so probably in the next coming weeks, because I've always got stuff scheduled to come out. But like I said, anyways, I just thought I'd let you guys know, because obviously outside of YouTube I still work, so sometimes it's hard to keep posting and keep up regular posts. So hopefully I'll get better at that. But like I said, I do post every Saturday, sorry. That is one of my main days I work, so obviously everything is just scheduled for that. But like I said, we're just going to get into the video. If you do enjoy this video, make sure to give it a like rate. But like I said, I do appreciate anyone who has clicked on this video. Like I said, it's a sort of different one. So like I said, let's just get into the video and explain. So the reason I'm recording this video and the reason I want to put this out to you guys is because even though I've been posting anime quizzes and I love my anime and I've always loved watching anime, I want to talk about anime burnout. So I've probably been watching anime since about 2015, 2016. So I must have been about 14, 15, something like that. It is now 2026. I am now 23. Like I said, if the math is not mathing, like I said, I don't remember the exact date I picked up anime, but I've been watching it for so many years now, and I have seen a couple things on Reddit, I've seen a couple things on YouTube. I know I'm not the only one, but I just wanted to talk about anime burnout and why I think I'm burning out, why I don't really watch anime as much anymore. And I just wanted to put this on there, so if anyone else is struggling with anime burnout, maybe they could help me sort of get back into it. So like I said, I started watching anime in 2015, 2016, and my first ever anime was SAO. I got introduced to anime from a friend at the time, and like I said, she introduced me to a world that I thought I was just going to click on and was going to be interested. And like I said, it shaped my channel, it shaped who I am, and I have watched so many anime, and I appreciate her for that every single day. And like I said, I know Sword Art Online is a very controversial anime. Like I said, I'm not going to be talking about SAO. All I'm going to say is at the time I did enjoy SAO. I really liked it. And after that I started watching things like Blue Exorcist, Maid Sama. I started branching out, Snow White the Red Hair. And then I think further and further as I got on with my anime journey, I started going from 12 episodes to 24 to big mainstream animes like Fairy Tail, Bleach, One Piece. I am a huge One Piece fan, but even that I've slowed down with watching. And like I said, I just need some help on how to get back to that anime hype train. Yeah, it's a bit difficult at the moment. Like I said, I don't want to turn this into a rant or like going on about certain animes, but like I said, when I first started watching anime, I was very consistent. I was watching anime all the time. I was finishing 12 episode animes in a day. I remember the first ever 24 ep anime I finished in a day, which was Black Cat. I remember getting up at 9, I remember having a tea, going upstairs, and I think I finished it. And I think by the time I finished it, it was like 10 o'clock at night. Anime shaped the way I went to bed as well. I mean, I was staying up late to watch anime, staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning. I apologise. Yeah, it was just crazy. Like I said, I was watching so much anime, and now like I said, when I was at school at the time, so, you know, Easter holidays, all I would do is sit upstairs, watch anime, draw, go on my computer, watch anime, play my Xbox, watch anime. Like, it was all I ever sort of thought about. Like, I'd go to school, thought about what anime I was doing. I used to go to a thing called group cover, so when my when our teacher wasn't there, we didn't have a supply, we'd get sent to a computer room to do our work. Never did my work. I was always looking for the next anime to watch, and this was sort of before like Anime Planet and My Anime List and everything like this, so I couldn't really go on those sites. I didn't know of them back then, but now my anime is really slowed down. I'm with someone that loves anime, watches anime, and as soon as we got together, I think I watched a couple animes with him, and now I'm just full out burnt out of it, big time. When I say I had anime burnout, it got to the point where I was singly just watching anime. Also, I apologise, Crumpet is in the background. She's looking out the window. But I was watching anime that I didn't even like. I was finishing animes I didn't even like. Whether they were 24 or 12, I was like, no, I have a thing with dropping stuff. So I was like, no, I'm going to watch every single anime I can. I'm going to burn it out. I had goals. Like, I wasn't actually picking what I wanted to watch. I know that sounds crazy, but I'd have a list on my phone, and I'd write a list of animes, like about 20 animes, and I'd put like a flower emoji next to the ones that like I was going to watch next. And I think it got to the point where when I started watching anime, when I was young and first started, I was picking animes, Sword Art Online, Blue X's, I was picking animes that I felt like looked interesting to me at the time. And it got to the point where I got to my 20s, and I was thinking, okay, and obviously lockdown was a thing. I watched all of Naruto Shippuden again. Yeah, don't talk to me about that. But yeah, it just gets a bit crazy. Like I said, COVID lockdown, like I was at college at the time. Obviously we was sent home, so that was also a lot of anime influence as well. Like, that was the only thing I watched. Like, I never watched real life TV shows or anything like that, or sitcoms or anything. I was always just into anime, and I think it's got to the point where instead of when I first started, I was picking animes I wanted to watch or looked interested or captivating to me. Now I think I'm just jumping onto the trend, but I'm just watching whatever, or I'm just being like, okay, I'll watch that. I'll watch this because everyone else is watching it. Oh, okay, I'll pick this, I'll do this. Don't really feel like watching a romance, but I'll watch that today. Don't really like isekai, but I'll force myself to watch it. And I also think as well, because I have an anime channel, and also before this I have reviews on Mao, and I always loved writing reviews. I know that sounds stupid. I think it got to the point where I was literally just watching animes just to give them a 10 out of 10, which is so stupid and so pathetic. We should be watching stuff for enjoyment, and I think I just started watching stuff to be like, okay, what am I going to review this? What am I going to say at the end of this? Was it good? Was it fine? Was it bad? And I think having Mao, My Anime List, even though that helped, and it, you know, creates a little record, a little journal for your anime, you know, story and adventures, I think having that just kind of shaped. I'm not blaming Mao, like I said, it's my own fault, but I think I was just going through, yeah, okay, I'm going to watch this today. I don't really want to watch it, but I'm going to force myself to watch it because I need to give it a 10 out of 10. And then I think as well, just being on my phone or reading in the background, I was never fully paying attention to what was going on in the anime. So I'd get to episode 8 and I'd be like, what the hell is going on? There's a couple animes I really liked, Grand Blue, but I feel like I could have paid more attention. And Happy, I didn't like that anime at all. I felt like it was boring. I felt like the start of it was okay, but then it just got boring, and I literally just sat and forced myself to watch all of the episodes, and I just won't drop an anime. Like, it's really weird, and I think that puts me off. But yeah, like I said, that is just my little part thing over. Anyways guys, I know this was a type of different video. I'm not expecting any sort of love from this or anything like that. It's literally just asking for advice, but like I said, if you do give it a like rate, I will appreciate it. And if you do want to see more videos, not so much like this one because I don't really post stuff like this, but if you do want to see anime content, or if you want to see more of my gaming content, then obviously go ahead and click the subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching. I know this has been a different video, but I appreciate you guys taking the time to sit back and sort of watch this one and be one-to-one with me. So yeah guys, like I said, just let me know if you've suffered the same, anything you can, you know, do to help it or cure it or get out of it or get out of my own head. Please let me know. And like I said, if you do want to see any more anime videos, anime quizzes, or if you want to see some more tier lists, I have got some pre-recorded ready to hit you guys ASAP. So yeah, let me know down below because your opinions matter as well. So thank you so much everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Mwah.